Okay, hello everyone. Today I want to talk to you about writing simple melodies over chord progressions. So far you've composed chord progressions in different keys, and I've provided you with some rules and guidelines to write progressions in the key of C. Remember we did some tighter restrictions on you last time for the chord selection. And you've also improvised melodies over the top of these chord progressions, especially the ones in the key of C. You guys did a great job of improvising over those. Now I want to discuss how to actually compose, to write a melody over the top of a chord progression. So the first step is introducing this concept of chordal tones. You've got to understand what a chordal tone is. Chordal tones are the notes that are played at the same time to create a chord. We don't have a ton of time to talk about it right now, but if you were to play a C major chord on your guitar, you would see that the first note, the lowest note would be C, the next note would be E, then you'd have a G that's open, your pointer would be on a C, and then you would have an E with the open string on the top. If you boil those down, you end up with just C, E, and G. So those are the chordal tones for the key of C. And they can be in whatever octave and whatever range. But C, E, and G are the chordal tones for the chord of C major. Most melodies are composed by keeping these chordal tones in mind as a guideline. So we're going to start there by only using chordal tones for our first melody that will start next week. So you can find these chordal tones by going to the root of whatever chord you're on, and then you use every other note after that root. And I'll show you that here in a second. So I want you to have in front of you this key sheet that you see here on the board. I have projected on the board that key sheet that you can print out. That's your assignment for this week. So at the top of that, you're going to write C. You're going to do the key sheet for the key of C major. Then the next step is to write the scale numbers in. So you know how to do that, write the scale numbers in using what are actually Arabic numerals. And there are the scale numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. And then our next step is to write the scale on the staff. So there's our C, and I'm just going to go up just like this. So I'm just writing all of the notes of the scale on up the staff like that. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And you guys can all read those notes. Okay. Then after that, we're going to stack triads using what we call tertial harmony. Oh, that's a lot of words, right? Tertial harmony is harmony of thirds. That means that we go from C as our root, we'll skip D, and the next note that we're going to play at the same time as C is E. Then after E, we're going to skip F, and we're going to bring that G all the way over. So that makes C, E, and G. Okay? That C, E, and G create a C major triad. That is a chord. C, E, G, triad, okay? 3 notes. So far you have some vocabulary. You've got chordal tones, which are the notes that make up a chord. You've got tertial harmony, harmony of thirds, okay? And you've got triads, a chord that's built of 3 notes. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Okay, so after that, I could go to my D and do the same thing. So from D, I would skip E and bring that F over. From F, I would skip G and bring that A over. DFA. So DFA make up that D minor harmony. That's a triad. Okay, all right. Next, we're going to write the Roman numerals in. You know the Roman numerals. Keep going. You already know how to do those. You don't have to spend a ton of time on that. And then the diatonic chords above the staff. So these are the chords that these triads make up. And you have that on your chord sheet. Okay, now, finally down here, you're going to fill in the available notes. Well, you've already got the available notes here. It's kind of redundant, but I wanted to have that in there for people who maybe have a little trouble reading music on the staff so that you can just see it here. Okay? So I'm going to transfer this information down to here. C is the lowest note of my triad, my C major triad. E is the next note of my C major triad, and finally G. Okay, and then over here I'd have D, F, and then A, because those are those notes down here. Okay, and then I'd go on. So the next one would start with an E, etc. Okay? hopefully this gives you a head start. So you're going to fill all of that out. You'll take a picture of it or a scan, and then you're going to upload it to the Google Classroom assignment. If you want to email it to me first, I would love that, and I can look over it, tell you if you need to correct anything, so that way you can get a really good grade on this. It's really important that you understand all of this, so that when we go forward and actually start composing, it makes more sense to you. Okay? All right. See you soon.